Imagine this garden hose is the main artery or vein in your leg. When it is straight, life-sustaining blood flows perfectly. But the moment you sit down, whether it's your car or your office desk or even the sofa, you are physically kinking that pipe. We have all heard about sitting is the new age smoking, but most people think that is just about gaining weight or hurting their back. But as a vascular surgeon, I see something much more dangerous. I see what happens inside those pipes. When you sit for more than 60 minutes, you are not just relaxing, you are actively shutting down your body's second heart. Additionally, you are thickening your blood and you are creating the perfect environment for vascular damage that can lead to a permanent vein failure or even a life-threatening clot. Today, we are not just talking about posture, we are talking about plumbing. Yes, I'll show you the 5 specific ways that sitting can destroy your vascular health, and more importantly, I'm going to teach you the 3 specific desk stretches that turn your second heart back on instantly. Remember, if you sit for more than 6 hours a day, you are statistically at a higher risk for cardiovascular disease than a smoker. And that is a terrifying statistic. But it makes sense when you look at the mechanics of our body. Your body was designed for movement. It was designed to hunt, gather and walk. It was not designed to fold at the hip and knees for 8 hours a day. When you stand or walk, gravity pulls the blood down, but your muscles push it back up. It's a perfect system. But when you sit for long hours, you remove the muscular force, but the gravity still remains. In this video, we are going deep into the vascular system. I'm going to explain endothelial dysfunction, which sounds complex, but it's actually the silent reason that your arteries age faster when you're sedentary. And stick around for the second part of this video because I will demonstrate the Soleus pump. It's a movement you can do right now while watching this video and increase your blood return to the heart by over 50%. Before we get to the damage, you need to understand the concept of the second heart. Yes, you have the heart in your chest, which pumps blood to the body parts, and that's the easy one. The hard part is getting the blood back towards the heart. That is where your body has to work against gravity, carrying the blood from your feet towards your heart and lungs. Your heart alone can't do that. It relies on the calf muscle, and every time you take a step, your calf muscle contracts, it squeezes the deep veins in your leg, shooting the blood upward. And when the muscle relaxing, a series of one-way valves close to catch the blood so it doesn't fall back to your feet. So remember the action: squeeze, push, catch, squeeze, push, catch. When you sit, the pump turns off completely, and that is why the blood gets collected into your calf muscle. It pools there and increases the pressure within your veins. So the first damage that happens within just 30 minutes of sitting is called as venous stasis. This is just a fancy medical term for saying stagnant blood. Blood, remember, is a non-Newtonian fluid. When it moves fast, it's thin like water. But when it stops moving, it thickens, almost like ketchup. And when you sit, the blood in your lower legs increases in viscosity. This places immense pressure on the veins of your leg and stretches them like an overfilled water balloon. The second important damage to occur is the mechanical compression. We call it the popliteal kink. The popliteal vein runs directly behind your knee. But when you sit, especially if your chair has a hard edge that digs into your hamstrings and into your popliteal fossa, you can actually physically kink this vein shut, and that is where you are creating a bottleneck. So although blood is trying to get out of your leg, but the exit door is shut with your knees. And this causes pressure to build up in the lower leg, forcing fluid out into the tissue. And that is why you see that ankles look swollen at the end of a long day of sitting. The third important damage to happen, and that's the most critical one, it happens in a long term, not a short term thing, is called endothelial dysfunction. The innermost lining of your blood vessels is called the endothelium. It releases nitric oxide, which is a gas that keeps your vessels flexible and dilated. But here's the catch. The endothelium only releases nitric oxide in response to shear stress, which is the friction of flowing blood. So no flow, no friction. No friction, no nitric oxide. When you sit, your arteries also constrict. They also become stiff. And studies show that even after just 1 hour of sitting, the ability of your arteries to expand is reduced by 50%. And this is one of the precursors of atherosclerosis or hardening of the arteries. Damage number 4 is valve incompetence. Remember the one-way valves that I mentioned? They are delicate tissue. They are not made to hold the weight of a stagnant column of blood for 8 hours. Under that sustained pressure, the valves eventually fail and they will blow out. Once a valve fails, it never heals. The blood falls back down, pooling into the superficial veins, and this is exactly how people will end up developing varicose veins and spider veins. It's a sign of mechanical failure. And the final damage and the most immediate danger is developing blood clots or deep vein thrombosis. So when blood is thick, there is stasis, the vessel is damaged due to endothelial dysfunction, and the flow is blocked during the kink. You get the perfect triad for clotting, which in medical terms we call as Virchow triad. When a blood clot forms in the deep veins of the leg and that clot breaks off and travels to the lungs, it can cause a fatal life-threatening problem called as pulmonary embolism. It can happen to healthy people who simply sat too long either on a plane or a desk. But that was the bad news. Now here is the good news. You can reverse a significant amount of this damage without quitting your job or buying a standing desk. You just need to manually activate the pumps. So here are the 3 vascular rescue moves you need to do every hour. The first is seated soleus raise. The soleus is a deep calf muscle, also called as the skeletal muscle pump. While sitting, keep your toes on the ground and lift your heels as high as possible. Then drop them down. Do this rhythmically, up, down, up, down. Recent research from the University of Houston also showed that doing this movement effectively doubles the metabolic rate of the muscle and helps to keep the endothelial function normal, even while you are sitting. So aim for 20 repetitions every hour. It will take less than a minute to do this. And the beauty of this exercise is it can also help reduce your blood sugar levels. So it gives you 2 wins by 1 movement. The second movement I would recommend is where we need to unkink the hose, and this is the popliteal extension. So what you can do is, I'll demonstrate it right away. Slide your chair back. Extend your leg straight out until it parallels to the floor. Flex your toes back towards your face. Hold for 5 seconds. So when you straighten the knee, you remove the compression on the popliteal vein and artery. By flexing the toe, you also engage the calf muscle pump to clear out the pooled blood. Do 5 repetitions on each leg. And finally, movement number 3, where we have to address the kink at the hips. Sitting will also fold your femoral artery and vein at the hip joint. So, stand up. Take a step back with one leg into a shallow lunge. Squeeze your glute off the back leg and push your hips forward. You should feel a stretch in front of your hip. This opens the highway for the blood entering the leg. Even doing this for 20 seconds will reset the flow dynamics. So remember, your vascular system is resilient, but it requires maintenance. The damage from sitting isn't caused by laziness. It's caused by simple physics. Gravity wins unless you fight back. Remember, motion is lotion. Your arteries need flow to stay young. Set a timer on your phone right now for 50 minutes. When it goes off, check your second heart. Do the soleus raise, straighten the knee, open the hip. If you found this helpful, do hit that subscribe button. I release videos every week helping you understand the complex machinery in your body so that you can live healthier and stronger. Now, stand up and stretch. I'll see you in the next video.